Hello, folks. This is Chris in central Pennsylvania, and I really hate to be the bearer of bad news, particularly at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Friday. But how did we all miss this? I didn't realize this was even possible. But the VAT increase that Finance Minister Enoch Gondwana mentioned in his budget speech this week on the 13th of March is in effect. The tax increase, the VAT increase, the 0.5% is in effect. What? How's it possible? Parliament hasn't voted on it. Well, Linda Enzer reports in the Business Live, the VAT increase effective from May 1st because the minister made the announcement. What? The minister made the announcement, so it's law? Apparently, in Cloud Cuckoo Land, South Africa, that's the case. The 0.5 percentage point VAT increase that the Treasury has decided will be imposed from May 1st will take effect regardless of whether Parliament decides to change the budget to exclude any VAT increases. Treasury Acting Deputy Director General of the Tax and Financial Sector Policy, Chris Axelson, confirmed that the 0.5% increase in VAT would take effect on May 1st. He said, from our perspective, that is correct, that the VAT would increase will be implemented regardless of what happens in Parliament. Currently, it is effective because the minister has announced it from May 1st. So the mere fact that the minister announced the tax increase makes it legal? Well, apparently, in South Africa. He said, I think if Parliament decides not to do it, they would need to pass a law to basically undo what the minister has announced. I don't think that they can just say in a report that they don't want a VAT increase. From the moment the minister makes an announcement on the date from which that budget announcement takes effect, the VAT increase takes effect on May 1st, 2025, with all the huffing and puffing in the background and will remain as such unless within 12 months Parliament does not accept the passing of the legislation. So says the chair of the PKFSA Tax Committee, Paul Gehring. What? So the minister decides that there's going to be a tax increase? Well, apparently that's what the law allows for in South Africa. They made an amendment to the law some time ago, and all it takes is increase the VAT is the Minister of Treasury's decision. How is this a democracy? How can you increase taxes without the legislature passing a law to do so? What kind of crap is this? Well, apparently it's South African law. Who knew? I certainly didn't know. I don't get caught off guard by many things, but this catches me completely off guard. I had no idea that such an idiotic thing was in place. Look, I can be honest with you here. I'm angry about Pennsylvania here, where state law allows local school boards to increase our property taxes every year without going to voters. In most states in America, you pay for schools with local taxes, property taxes, but in order to raise the rate, the millage per $1,000 of value or whatever the case is, you must go to the voters with a question. And they must say yes or no. But not in Pennsylvania. They get to raise your taxes. My taxes gone up every single year I've lived here. The home has never been revalued. But the taxes go up every year in the maximum amount they're allowed. How in the world can South Africa allow a minister to raise taxes? That's the legislative act. Do you know how? Parliament abrogated its responsibility, much like our Congress does in America. They wash their hands of the unpopular things and turn it over to bureaucrats and allow them to do it. In this case, an appointed cabinet member. Wow. Folks, get ready. I know a lot of prices have gone up already, but the VAT tax rises no matter what happens now by 0.5% on May 1st. Just 2 weeks away. Your taxes are going up. And there's nothing the opposition can do about it. There's nothing anybody can do about it. Wow. Democracy. Is that what you call it, South Africa? Democracy? Where people had no say in this. None whatsoever. They didn't pick Enoch Gondwana, and they sure as heck didn't authorize him to increase it. But hey, that's a dirty little secret. While everybody's up in arms about the budget and the potential 2% increase, the ANC has snuck in a 0.5% VAT increase that all poor people are going to have to pay, all consumers. But it will hit the poor the hardest because they're the biggest consumers. Oh, man. Wow, South Africa. What are you going to say? Crazy place. What say you, South Africa? Did you know this? I sure as heck didn't know it. Cheers.